Let's do it.
Welcome to 230 Dudes. I'm Antonio.
And I'm Charles.
So, what, a week and a half ago?
Yeah, about a week and a half ago.
Charlottesville?
At the time of this recording, Charlottesville got a little crazy.
Got more than a little crazy.
It got really crazy.
Like, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing with the tiki torches marching through Virginia.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that you don't expect to see so much anymore.
No, and the premise of the march was the fact that they were disputing bringing down the statue of
Robert E. Lee.
Robert E. Lee,
who was
Confederate general.
The general of the Confederate Army during the Civil War.
So there was an interesting thing I read about these statues that went up for the Confederate generals and soldiers and things of that nature.
All over the country.
All over the country.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people think that this happened during the height of the Civil War, that these monuments were erected. But that's not true. It actually was during the Jim Crow era and the Civil Rights movement when you saw a huge surge in these statues from the Confederacy go up all over the southern states that seceded from the Union.
Exactly.
Now, the reason was kind of a reminder for black people, really, to just kind of say, hey, stay in your lane, and even if you get, your civil rights, this thing will always be here as a reminder for how we still really feel.
Yeah, it's like, don't forget the past.
Yeah, don't forget, but not in a positive way.
Right. It's like, it's a memory of a tough time we went through and overcame and came out the other end of as a country.
Yes. Well, but a reminder to black folks, remember your place type thing that they were saying.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Right? Because, during Jim Crow and civil rights movements, when those go up.
It's like, don't forget that this happened.
Yeah, don't forget that this happened.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Now, if you've ever seen those things torn down, they fold up like an aluminum can.
Like they're not well built.
They're hollow. They're not made out of granite or marble or anything that you would expect from a
statue.
A statue,
yeah.
Especially when it's supposed to have all this reverence of historical. What's the word I want to say?
Significance?
Significance. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, when I was taking a look at this thing that I was watching about these statues, is the reason they fold up like a tin can is because during those times they were mass produced. They weren't going and getting these brilliant artists to carve these statues for historical significance. They were, again, putting them up as a reminder of stay in your lane.
Gotcha.
And you could have companies that would erect these things for anywhere no more than $200 per statue. And if you didn't have the money to have the statue erect, the Daughters of the Confederacy, which we mentioned, I can't remember what episode we mentioned it on though.
No, but they did come up in something.
Yeah, they would actually pull their money together and resources to get the statue for you in your town or city or state or wherever it was. So that's why those things are so flimsy, is because they were mass produced the same way almost everything is now.
Yeah, right.
So that got us thinking, why not touch a little bit about the Civil War?
Yeah, what's going on with the Civil War?
Yeah, because we're talking right now with the feelings of racism and segregation or just not being unified as a country, as races. It feels like it's almost North versus South again.
It is. It's one of those situations where we're seeing glimpses of history repeating itself.
Yes.
And so what is more topical right now than this Civil War that our country went through?
So if you want to check that out, got to listen Wednesday night, 8 p.m. on 230dudes.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spreaker. Are we on anything else?
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
We're on SoundCloud.
Yeah. I don't know where you get your podcast from, but
we're on all of them.
We're on all of them. Just go check it out.
And we're also working on a cool...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're working on a cool new episode that we're going to drop next week.
I think it's either next week or the week after, but it includes your questions to us.
Yeah, for weeks we asked people to write in questions, and we are going to answer them.
Yes, I'm kind of excited about
Yeah,
it.
and there's a lot of questions. There's all kinds of weird questions, and we just put a good mix of 10 questions together, and we're pretty excited about this one.
Yeah, so be ready for that, but before you do that, hit play on the Civil War episode.
Definitely.